There's this huge dilemma nowadays when it comes to entertainment. If you want to watch something actually good, you have to go back at least 10 years in the past. The last year in which decent stuff was released was 2014, perhaps. And anything from the 70s and the 80s, all that is gold. I understand that Jaws was re-released recently in cinemas, and it was an instant hit. It's like a second in box office. So yeah, people are craving the nostalgia of all times. The problem is that so many celebrities that were in those movies and directors and everyone had so many scandals that take away so much of the the experience. We want to separate. We try to separate the stuff. But well, let's talk about today's topic, as you could read in the title and the thumbnail. Kevin Spacey. Kevin Spacey is a legendary actor, and right now we can't even tell that this is the legit Kevin Spacey. This is like like we need the Kevin Spacey that you would order online, but this is what you get, at your front door. Or the mom, I want a Kevin Spacey. No, you don't want a Kevin Spacey kid, but whatever. Your mom is gonna say, yeah, we have a Kevin Spacey at home. This is the Kevin Spacey at home. But whatever. What happened here? This is not Kevin Spacey. Is this some kind of double or something like that? And the issue is that I know how Kevin Spacey looks, because I already made 2 videos about him. One was 3 years ago, and one was last year when he was making this comeback. And it turns out that Kevin Spacey is actually making a comeback after all the accusations, after all the, concerning and mysterious circumstances in which his accusers, almost all of them, died before, going forward with the accusations. Nothing to see here, move along. But well, it so happens that I must say that among that stuff that was published some time ago, House of Cards was actually one of my favorite series. I really love that series. First season is just amazing. I don't know what is your favorite season of House of Cards. I don't know if you watch it. It's totally worth it. And by the way, there's Robin Wright here on the frame. And when it comes to, things that, let's say, are a bit, happen nowadays. This is what I mean with entertainment. Actress Robin Wright had fled the United States for the UK, says it's liberating and there's freedom of self there. And yeah, you will get jailed for Facebook posts or Twitter posts or maybe even Blue Sky posts. I really wish you well, Robin, but this is not a good move. This is not a good move, but maybe you're going to take some advice from Ellen. I don't know, but I needed to post this meme before we move on to Kevin Spacey. So long, Forrest. I'll be back when you're a shrimp billionaire and I'm a single mom with AIDS. This never goes old. But now we have this. Shadow of Ezra. Kevin Spacey's comeback is now official as he stepped onto the scene at the Venice Film Festival to premiere his sci-fi thriller debut as a director. He's coming as a director. That is nice. The event took place at a legendary 5-star Hotel Cipriani, one of Venice's most glamorous and iconic venues. Did anything about Kevin Spacey catch your attention? Yeah, that it is not him. But let's watch the video. Let's watch the video. Let's zoom in. And we can watch the video in slow motion. And maybe from a distance, we can... All right. No, still from a distance. It's a bit hard to tell that is Kevin Spacey. Just for reference, this is part of a clip of the analysis I did 1 year ago. And this still was Kevin Spacey. Even if the image is a bit blurry, lacks a bit of definition, you get... the same hair, the tint of the hair, the same facial expressions. Okay, this is the Kevin Spacey we know from all the movies, from all the drama. But what is going on here? I mean, what is this? It's like, at some point, I'm going to tell you what I see right now. This is like Ricardo Montalban was, inflated like a balloon. You got Ricardo Montalban and you inflate him like a balloon and you get whatever is this. Okay? It's not Ricardo Montalban. It's not Kevin Spacey. It's like a blend between the two. I don't know. This is a bit disturbing. Maybe in this angle, he barely looks like the, in the House of Cards days. Maybe, all right, no, it begins to transform into something else. What is this? No, it's this. Maybe he said, you know what? He went to a, I got the answer. I got the answer. I'm reacting to this live in front of you. I got the answer. Maybe he said to his plastic surgeon, you know what? I want you to remove the psycho smile from my face. I don't want to look like a pervert anymore. I want to, change a bit. I want people. I want families to not be scared when I'm around. You know what I mean? I want to bury, literally, my past. So, clean my face from everything that looks mean, and it got worse. because now it's your friendly pervert neighbor, the one that you hear wacky stuff at 3 a.m. and you are afraid to call the police because he's going to appear right beside your bed, smiling like this, looking at you, in his pajamas. That's what's going to happen. That's why you don't call the police, even if you hear wacky things at 3 a.m. What is this? What is this? What? Look at that. It's when he looks at the camera, he looks like, oh my God, he's like stealing your soul, taking your soul. It's something like David Goggins does, metaphorically. No, Kevin Spacey is doing it in real time. It's just, I'm gonna move along because if we stare at him for too long, then something bad could happen. No, we don't want that, right? What is this? Maybe he just got some fillers or something, facelift. Maybe right now, maybe from this angle, but still, the mouth. I'm trying to do the mouth thing. What is that? What's he doing? I'm trying to smile like that, and it's so difficult. What? What? Well, all right. So maybe that is side effects of whatever he did to his face, or whatever he allowed. Oh, look at that stare! The way that he looks at people. Oh no, that's how I know. Somewhere below that borrowed face, that's Kevin Spacey right there. I can see it, but it's like he's wearing a mask of Kevin Spacey, right? Is Kevin Spacey wearing a Kevin Spacey latex mask or something like that? That is creepy enough. That is creepy enough. All right, this is I have no words. Oh my God, what is? Okay, here's taking a step back, much better, less threatening. And then the angle in which, no, what did you do to your face? It balloon. Did you kick a hornet's nest or something? And then he begins pointing at people, and then the flash and looking at the camera. This is worse than Megan. Yeah. The flash. He keeps walking a bit. No, seriously, I remember he looked so natural 1 year ago and really, of course, concerned. Now, I remember when I made this analysis and when he was with Piers Morgan, I remember that we were discussing the usual when we discuss analysis of actors, and especially actors that are so good as Kevin Spacey, because the guy knows his stuff. Are you looking at genuine emotions, or are you looking at acting? Because it's Kevin Spacey. He can just fool you in a second. And I remember that I said something along the lines that I wouldn't be sure. I couldn't be sure if this was the real deal or not. It was, in all cases, very good acting. I remember that he was on the verge or almost sobbing back then. But, well, you know that in all cases, I always kind of preach for a good comeback, a good redemption story. Maybe it's a possibility. What do you think? What do you think about Kevin Spacey? I know that those analyses haven't been as popular as some other of my analysis. Maybe that this is a comeback behind the camera. Is more stuff going to come out? We don't know. But I do know that we will be there to analyze. Meanwhile, if you haven't watched my analysis on Kevin Spacey, go and maybe the three disturbing details in Kevin Spacey's Christmas video. I like that one, a lot, because those Christmas videos were odd, to say the least. And tell me also, what is your favorite movie with Kevin Spacey? There's a lot of examples out there. Again, I would like to know what you think about this in the comments. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Battle Language Guy. Much love and bliss.